I think you're amazing. And, I want to ask you out on a date.
What I find unbelievable about Big Ed is not the fact that his neck is unable to exist, but more so, that he actually gets as many goals as he does. Is it the money? Is it the big dong? The magnum dong? Or is it just his personality and charm? One of those things is incorrect, and if you subscribe, I'll tell you which one it is. Probably the dong. So, today on Big Ed Watch, by the way, I'm the Big Ed Whisperer, we're taking a look at how to make your girlfriend or significant other feel like a trash can. Because that is precisely what Big Ed does on today's episode, where he does a photo shoot, which is, by the way, what he does. I think a lot of people don't know what he does for a living. Apparently, he's a photographer. A creepy one at that. If you look into the backstory, he's been creeping on a couple people. So I wouldn't let this man near a camera because I think he has more on his SD card than he lets off, and SD of course stands for small dick. I don't really know why, but Big Ed has made his fiancé feel inadequate. And the only way that Liz would feel heard is if Big Ed was a farmer and she was a sheep. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. He's a photographer and he does his photography job. Apparently, he made Liz feel like more of an assistant than a fiancé. And that is something that you do not want to hear from your partner because it usually comes with trouble. So we're going to take a look at that today and brace yourself. That's all I can say. Alright, let's just get into it. By the way, if you are stuck and you're like, who the hell's Big Ed? What the hell's going on? And who's this brown man? I suggest you catch up on my Big Ed playlist, and this is from Happily Ever After, because we're wondering if Big Ed, who is engaged to Liz, is actually going to end up marrying her, or are they going to break up for the 9th time? You know what they say. 9 times the charm.
Right.
Hey, baby. How you doing?
Okay, so we start the day with Liz texting, and Big Ed walks in, and Liz, honestly, she looks like she's watching like a porno or something that she's not supposed to, and when she sees Ed, she like fumbles the phone and puts it away, like...
What are you doing?
Hi, honey, I was just I was looking up roofs for the house. We need a bigger roof.
Ed went to talk to Rich.
Now, Big Ed and Liz, as I've constantly said, their relationship to me doesn't really make sense. Like, it makes sense on paper that they're so flawed as individuals that their flaws actually cover each other up, and not in a healthy way. So they are sticking together like glue, but like glue that is stuck to the bottom of a shoe more than like, you know, something that's actually potent and able to hold it together. These two keep falling apart, but they just cannot let go. So I don't know if this is healthy, but it is fun to watch.
And I don't know what to expect, but I'm nervous.
Oh, God, look at that underbelly. It looks like 2 bowls right there. Can you pause it right there? Woo! If you look at his shirt underneath it, damn. That's cultivation. That's cultivated mass right there. Woo!
Oh, you're kissing me, so you're not breaking up with me.
No.
Also, a very weird thing to say in a relationship. You're kissing me, so you're not breaking up with me. I would probably explore that, maybe take it to therapy.
I am super nervous to talk to Ed. Not that I don't think we're very strong in our relationship right now, but every time he's always hung out with Rich, he always broke up with me.
Which is, again, something you should take straight to therapy. In fact, the therapist should be rich. And I don't mean the person. I just mean with the money that they're going to be getting from all the sessions that you guys are going to be going to. But it might as well be rich at this point, because there's something wrong with your relationship. Because it's more like relationshit if you don't fix it.
I don't think that Ed ever really thought for himself in the past.
Oh my God, is this the face? Liz, is this the face that you want to look up to? Do you really want to look up to this every day? Look at that face, man. This is literally how he's built. He's top heavy. I don't even know if he has legs. And he just stares at you. He looks like he died. Like he died and got mummified, but he's still alive. It doesn't even look comfortable. He just looks like... I'm okay, Liz. It's just this doesn't look good, man.
I don't know if I want to know how it went.
There were fireworks. I've never seen him that unhinged. He doesn't want us together.
Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no, 'cause I'm Big Ed.
He's sad that he lost a friend.
Do you want him in your life?
You're my priority.
For me right now, I'm not okay with him.
He looks like a chipmunk that gained sentience and became like a human. You know, like in a movie, like in a Disney movie, when like a chipmunk and like a evil villain is like, I sentence you to becoming a human. Usually they do it the opposite way, but you know, Disney. And then it goes from a chipmunk in a chipmunk world to like, oh, Big Ed, I have to get back to my chipmunks and put some nuts in my mouth.
I'm not ready for Rich to come back into Ed's life. Got to the point where I'm like, am I dating you or am I dating Rich? So I'm very uneasy with Rich's motives to still kind of try to tear us apart.
Anyway, this whole interaction has stemmed from the last video I did in which Big Ed's best friend, Rich, who we've only seen once in the whole series, said that he does not like what Big Ed is doing. And he doesn't like the relationship because they broke up 8 times, and he's right to do so. He's right to be concerned. And like I said, if Big Ed wants to stand his ground, completely fine as well. Nobody's necessarily right, nobody's necessarily wrong. You just have to see how it goes. Even Liz is right by having concerns, because if that's the friend that you're having problems with, I completely understand her point of view. So everyone's like within their right to have these emotions. I'd like to see where it goes from there, because I didn't even know Big Ed had a best friend until like a few episodes ago. I'm learning so much.
I'm luckier to have Liz, but yeah, I do miss Richard. We did a lot of things together. He was kind of my right arm.
You know, I wasn't going to say anything about it, but Big Ed started with, there were fireworks.
There were fireworks.
Was he your best friend, or was he more than that? That's all I'm saying, because I can understand why he's so close to you.
I mean, I'm not going to close the door, but I'm choosing my soulmate. I choose you.
Man, can you imagine Ash Ketchum to like Pikachu?
I choose you.
That would be the worst iteration of Pokemon ever. Brock would be like, oh, I'm pervy, but this is like too much, please. Oh, God. I mean, all power to Liz. She really likes the man, and I guess I shouldn't say anything bad about it, but, you know, him that close. Sorry, it was a visceral reaction. He's a lovely man.
A lot of people in my life still haven't met Ed, and I have friends and family that I want to introduce him to, and one of those good friends is my friend Barry.
So now it's the next day, and Liz is saying that because Big Ed is such a ding-dong, sometimes she can't actually introduce him to everyone, but now, because they're serious, finally, she's gonna introduce him to Barry, her friend. I've never met Barry. Like I said, every time I get into the series, I'm learning about more and more people. It took me like a few seasons to realize Shauna's name was Sean and not Shauna. So I'm quite slow to catch on.
Barry.
Hey, Barry, how you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Barry is protective, so he's going to get down to the root of his questions.
Yeah, but who is he? Like, I know he's your friend, but like, how'd you meet Barry? Like, how'd Rich meet Big Ed? How did anybody meet anyone on the show, man? I want to know what the relationship is.
And then make his opinion there. So it depends on how well your charm and humor works.
I just hope I don't have to body slam him.
God damn it, man. Why would you... No, because I imagined him in those like wrestling, bathing suit, wrestling suit, same thing. You know, with a deep cut V. Like, it's not even a V, it's a U.
I'm just kidding.
Of course you are. It's one for all times. I'm gonna body slam him. Just kidding, I'm not. Of course I am. Just kidding. I hate him. Just kidding. I don't hate him. Just kidding. I do. Just kidding. I'll never date Liz. Just kidding. I will. Just kidding. I already did. I married her and she didn't even know it. Just kidding. I wouldn't even have the ring. Just kidding. I did. I put it in her butt. Just kidding. It's in her cup. When she drinks it, she'll swallow it. Just kidding. She won't. Just kidding. She will. I'll give her CPR. Just kidding. I'll wait for her to poop it out. Just kidding. I'll flush it down the toilet. Just kidding. It won't go down the toilet. We haven't cleaned our pipes in years. Just kidding. The sewer guy took it out and said, will you marry me? Just kidding. I did say yes. I don't like Liz.
Liz told me a little bit about you. My dad was in the Air Force.
Also, I was in the Marine Corps.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
God! You had one shot, Big Ed. You had one shot. Liz has told me a lot about you, Barry. My dad was also a chef. That's... Alright, well that's good. I'm an animator for a studio. Right, yes, and he watched Ratatouille. Right. That's not the same thing. My dad was an Uber driver and you're Indian. I'm actually just tan. And also, that's racist.
So, Semper Fi, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean, Semper Fi?
Always faithful.
Always faithful.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, this one wasn't too Semper Fi last week, if you know what I mean. She was...
Question for you, Ed. This, getting back together, what does make this different?
To be honest, I haven't been in a serious relationship in 30 years.
Motherfucker. Fuck this. I'm a champion of patience or something, because honestly, I can't believe... This is like the 4th time I've heard him say he hasn't been in a relationship, and it's been 3 relationships that I've heard this in. I just... I can't, man. I can't. Before this, it was Kaori and like 2 other people, Rose. I forgot the middle one. And then Liz. Oh, gosh. And you cheated. I'm sorry to keep bringing up old dirt, but you cheated in the one serious relationship you were in. Is that what makes it serious? That you cheated? That's not what makes a relationship serious, man. It never does.
I love her. I want to take care of her. Like, I bought her a new car. Oh, yeah.
Oh. Did we say sugar daddy? Did we? Maybe that's why she likes him. No, I think she really likes him. Honestly, I joke about it, but I really think Liz does like him, and I'm trying to figure out why. I don't think it's money.
Seeing his growth, I do feel a huge change in our trust. We're no success story yet, but I definitely didn't see us being where we are today.
Excuse me 1 second, I'm gonna go use the potty.
Don't... If you're teetering on 50, if you're near 50, if you're 40, if you're 30, if you're 20, if you're 10 plus years old, don't say the word potty. The only time you should say the word potty is if your voice is like, I wanna use the potty. I'm sorry, if you're a grown man and you're saying the word potty, it's just... That's the sign of growing up. At least say the shitter. Honestly, I'm gonna use the shitter, I'm gonna drop bombs on the shitter, okay? I'm gonna do a glug glug on the toilet. Something like that, man.
I gotta go potty. She hates when I say that.
I think anybody would hate when you say that.
I'm like, let's use big words.
Pee-pee.
Can you not though? Can you... Baby, I gotta go pee-pee. You're a 46-year-old man. What the fuck? Bro, I have to... It's hard enough me explaining people's like size for you. I don't even know. I'm like, yes, it's a perfect circle that he is. What are you talking about? Pee-pee and potty. You're 46, bruh. What? I think he's older.
So, better this time around?
Yeah.
You said you guys weren't talking at all.
No, we hated each other.
Yeah.
That's not a good sign of a relationship, I gotta be honest. No, we hated each other. Yeah, I hated that cannonball's guts. I don't like him. Again, like things you probably shouldn't say in a relationship. Even if a relationship is strained, even if things are bad, you should still have respect for someone. I think that's a sign of a good, healthy relationship, is no matter how bad it gets, no matter how many fights you have, how many disagreements you have, you could still respect each other on the level that I'm not going to call you names, I'm not going to think of you less or judge you in any way, shape, or form. If you can have those 3 things, you could probably have a healthy argument and hopefully communication as well to smooth things out.
I just get scared when we do fight because I'm like, oh my gosh, is he gonna break up with me?
Well, he'd be a damn fool if he broke up with you.
Yeah, but he's a damn fool 8 times over because he keeps doing it. That's not the point. The point is, like I said just now, when you have a fight with someone, when you have communication, dialogue issues, you should be able to express your concerns healthily without the other person, if like having a limit that if you say something that they don't like, they're like, this, I'm out. Because if that keeps happening, then what do you have? You don't have a base. You don't have something stable. If every time Liz is like, Big Ed, yeah, you suck. He's like, okay, that's it. I'm out. Get out of here. There's no actual way to have this communication. There's no way to express your emotions. And sometimes, regardless of how good of a person you are, you're gonna say stuff that emotionally affects you. You're gonna say stuff that maybe you don't mean. Ideally, you won't do it, but if you do, you want your partner to be like, I don't like that, but I know you didn't mean it, and I know when things calm down, cooler heads prevail, we'll be okay. You need that assurance that you are allowed to argue and allowed to have that communication and dialogue that's not always easy. If you don't have that, you don't have a solid relationship.
I do like what I've heard so far today and how far you've come.
Thank you.
I'll be watching you, of course.
So eventually, Liz's friend, whose name I fully forgot, Barry, so forgettable.
You can do this now. Run, Barry, run.
He's like, yeah, I think from what I've heard, she seems to really like you. She cried while you were gone, tears of joy, and then you came back and now she's sad again, so that's good. But I'll keep watching you. And so Big Ed gets the A-OK from Liz's best friend. That's good, I guess.
But one thing we know is we love each other and we want to be together. We're just trying to figure out how we do that.
Everything's good in the hood, except not really, because Big Ed can't actually go too long without flubbing things up. He's a flubber.
Leon has anxiety, separation, and
So do I.
like his dad, he barks nonstop.
So do I.
So I thought about getting another dog.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I was zoning out because I was listening to Liz talk. She said that they got another dog because one of the dog had anxiety and they got another of the same dog. And Big Ed kept like butting in and he was like, yes, I also have anxiety. I also bark. By that logic, why don't we get another Big Ed? Oh my God, imagine if it was twins, two Big Eds. If they invent cloning, the two people they should clone, of course, Mr. Bean, and then Big Ed. I would just really like that. If someone invents cloning in the comments, can you clone Big Ed? Thank you.
Pretty dark.
I know, it is pretty dark. But again, I brought some extra lighting, so I need you to carry all the equipment up that big hill right there.
So here starts the issues. Big Ed needed an assistant while he was doing a photo shoot, and he enlisted the help of his fiancée, Liz. You know when they say don't mix business with pleasure? They mean it. This is probably the reason why.
I'm a professional photographer, so I wanted to kind of teach her something about what I do.
I want to find hobbies with Ed. I love doing hobbies with him. I really want to learn and ask questions.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's kind of why sometimes couples and people usually like have separate work lives to their home lives. But if your hobby is being with Big Ed on his job, yeah, you know, I could see the problems. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, there she is. Hi. How are you? Hello, how are you? Cool to see you.
This is so pretty.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
You look amazing.
I brushed my hair.
You look great. So why don't I have.
Okay, two. All right, see, okay. All right, let me tell you something, Junior. If your girl is right there and she's your fiancé, if that's your fiancé, one time. Hey, you look great. Fine. Hey, you look great. You really look good. Just pushing it right now. Pushing it, because she didn't answer the first time. You don't say it again. It's like giving someone a handshake and they're like, don't shake your hand. You don't just middle of the convo. Anyway, as I was saying, you just don't keep doing it. It's odd.
So I'm at 396. I'm going to drop it to 380. Again, these are just numbers to you, but what I'm trying to do is just correct my lights.
I like how he's ridiculing her a little bit. Again, these are just numbers to you. 380, 372, 480, 415. Those are just numbers to you. But to me, they're real mathematical, like, you know, things. What a ridiculing son of a gun.
It's a lot easier when your subject's beautiful.
For God's sake, man, at least flirt when she's not looking. I don't even know why I'm indulging in this, but for God's sake, brother, can you not do it while she's next to you? Is he wearing Big Ed merch? Oh, God, I just noticed. Is this man the most self-promotional asshole I've ever seen?
Merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
Big Ed.
The t-shirt.
All right. Well, that's kind of cute. Do that again. Okay, nice. Okay, kind of lean in.
Photo in the court. That's really cute. That's so hot. That's so hot. That's so hot. That's so hot. Now, I'm not saying that Big Ed is flirting. I'm not saying that this is not part of the job. I think maybe, I don't know anything about photography and how they make their subjects feel comfortable. Some of them might have a technique, a method, but I feel like you should discuss it with your partner if your method involves stuff like that. If your method involves potentially flirting or making someone feel comfortable by boosting their ego by being like, wow, you look great, you look good, that's cute, that's hot. You'd probably want to tell your partner, especially if they're standing next to you, hey honey, I'm gonna say some stuff that I say to you now to her. just know it's a job, and I hope that I have a home to come to after this.
Came into this hoping that I was gonna learn. Ed is just showing off. I think it's possible that Ed does like photography because he does get to flirt with women. I just really thought that he'd be engaging more with me.
No, he's engaged to you. There's a difference, sweetheart. He's flirting!
Through the front of her chest. I look for a line. That's my style, not yours. But you might find different things that work for you.
I feel like he's making this shit up. That's my style. I look for lines. I mean, when I take a picture, I'm like, I look for the subject. That's not your style. Your style, you just take a picture of the dirt and you just zoom in.
It looks like she has no neck.
Too easy.
It looks like she has no neck.
That's my style, not yours.
Okay, well.
You're not here to critique my work.
No,
I'm trying to teach you what I'm doing.
I'm not critiquing. I'm trying to tell you what I like.
Right, but it's what the model wants.
I think this is the problem with trying to pick up a hobby, is getting too invested in what the other person does. Like, say it's something that they do. Sometimes a hobby, and this might be controversial, maybe unpopular opinion, sometimes a hobby is meant to be done alone. Sometimes the stuff that you like may not be what your partner likes, and it's fine to have your alone time so that you have time to be away. Because you have to be away to miss someone. Maybe it's not the best idea that Liz comes on these journeys with Ed. Maybe Ed has his own safe space and his own space to learn and do his stupid flirting and then come back. Maybe Liz has a hobby like dancing or yoga or something else that Big Ed might not want to sit in on. And then when she comes back, she feels rejuvenated. So, I can see the cracks appearing right here.
As sweet as she is, Liz has a hard time being told what to do. This is just you being natural.
Oh my!
That's just you being natural. See, it's easy.
I'm kind of speechless.
Okay, our friend should not have reacted like that. I'm sorry, man. I don't know what to tell you, Liz. That was not... Oh my god! She reacted entirely too much. She threw her friend under the bus inadvertently for that. That was really, that was too much.
Part of my job is to build the model's confidence. Saying she looks like she has no neck. It's just unprofessional. I get teased about my neck all the time. So I'm a little sensitive to that.
Yeah, she wasn't saying it to you, but also she did say it, which is kind of insensitive. Yeah, I mean, that is crazy. It's also more insensitive that it's her friend, of all people. Wow. Just gonna throw your own friend under the bus? She looks like she has no neck, and she's ugly, and she's a bitch, and I hate her.
So, babe, you wanna... The camera's set. You can just have fun.
I think that you didn't use your 2 ears
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
to listen.
Babe, you're the student. I'm training you.
You didn't train me the whole time you were training her.
It's always awkward when it's just, two people. And then when someone else walks in, especially a friend who's just sitting there like,
You're the student. I'm training you.
You didn't train me the whole time you were training
I'm gonna
her.
go. What do you do in a situation like this? That's so bad. Like, one's your friend, the other's your photographer. That is... Oh, wow.
It took me 18 years to get here.
Well, you're not listening to how I feel.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for that girl. She's just like...
You're the student. I'm training
You
you.
didn't train me the whole time you were training
You
her.
send the pictures
Took me 18 years
through
to get
email?
You're
Or...
not listening. You didn't really teach me anything.
Okay.
So.
Sorry, babe. Here, let's look at these again. So,
Oh my gosh, stunning. Alex, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
I feel so awkward. I'm not even... Have you ever felt like fourth party guilt? Or like... Like, I don't even know who to be in the situation. Usually you can put yourself in like someone's shoes in the situation and be like, oh, I wish I was that guy. Even the friend is like, okay. Because Liz is like, yeah, I'm gonna go, bye. And then the other one's like her fiance, and he's like, look at these pictures. You look good in them, right? This is such a bad, like, situation.
That's what I'm talking about.
I really like that.
You're pretty, so it's easy.
What do you, come on, man. Now's not the time to build her confidence. You already took the picture.
I'm so embarrassed to be fighting in front of my friend, so I'm just out of here. Ed really pisses me off.
You know, like, just the day before to Barry, you're like, you're the happiest you've ever been. Doesn't look like it, you know what I mean?
You actually know what you're doing.
And that is how the episode ends. They just fight each other, and we're back to it. We're back to a couple of people who fight. Instead of a couple of strong people who are ready to get in the trenches and fight for each other, we have two people who are actually fighting against each other on the same team. It's really bad. Before we end the video, I do want to see what the next episode holds, because hey, Big Ed every day.
You weren't even talking to me. You were talking to her and showing off, and I'm not just your assistant.
That's immature.
I'm feeling dad come out in tonight's altercation. Nobody wants to screw their dad at night.
So if you want to see the next episode about Liz talking about screwing her dad, then just keep watching this, and I hope you enjoyed this. You know, I hope you're enjoying the series. This is really one of the most up and down roller coaster relationships that I think I've ever seen in my life, and it's not for the better at all. This is it's tragic. I don't know how they're doing things that they're doing. I don't know what their communication is like, but if they can do things like this where they fight over hobbies, then I don't know really what to say. As always, I wish Big Ed and Liz happiness. I want them to actually work out, but every time I see them, I can't look away at the train wreck that they're causing. So, until next time, this is 16Leo saying, don't screw your dad. All right.